How much time should I be on social media? How can I be a good influence as a Christian on it? If you want to know my tips on how to be a disciplined and influential Christ follower on any platform, then stay tuned. Hello people in the world, I'm Hannah of Hope and Future Bible Devotions, and this channel gives you encouragement and godly wisdom with Bible context and life application. So, welcome, and if you're new here and that's what you're looking for, consider subscribing. There are billions of people on these social media platforms, and if you don't have one, people are gonna be like,
what? Do you have a social life?
Now, there was no social media like we have now during the time the Bible was written, so we have to look at biblical principles so that we can apply them. Here are some of the important questions to ask yourself. First is, how do I manage my time? Psalm 90 verse 12 says, "Teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom." Moses wrote this psalm realizing how life is short and we shouldn't waste it. There's so many tasks I have to do during the day. I'm my dad's caregiver and well, there's a lot to do. When I wake up in the morning, I make it a habit to get my Bible devotional or my Bible first before my phone. It actually affects me a lot during the day because when I don't start that way, I get kind of grumpy. I find it very helpful to make a task list for the day. I have my whiteboard here by my work desk, and as a person who wants to finish all of those, that gives me a reminder that I can't be on social media all day. I also have a day during the week where I don't scroll through my feed, and honestly, that's one of my favorite days of the week. The whole idea is to learn how to use your time wisely. Next is, where do I seek approval? John 12 verse 43 says, "For they," referring to the Pharisees, "loved human praise more than praise from God." And in Matthew 23, Jesus tells his followers to beware of these Pharisees. As for us, do you find security and love in the number of likes and hearts you get? Ooh, that stings. How about in carry acts? Are there things that you're willing to do just to get views and feel appreciated? For the Christian, our hope is in Jesus. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. There is no greater love than the one who lays his life down for his friends. Because of what Jesus did on the cross, we are accepted. What you have to do is to live for him. Colossians 3:23 says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." Next, where do I go for help? Sometimes we encounter things that make us feel some strong emotions, and the first thing we do sometimes is to grab our phones and rant online. Usually we do this without thinking twice. Then we expect people to comment and react in agreement to calm us down or fish for compliments. Sometimes it works to actually calm you down, but it's also not healthy. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Give it to God. Talk to him and ask for wisdom on what you should do and let him avenge you. Also, you can look for sound wisdom from your parents, fellow believers, a mentor, or anyone wiser than you. In Titus 2, it encourages the older men and women to teach the younger how to live righteously. Now, before we continue, if this has been helping you so far, please hit that like button to get the algorithm to share this farther. Let's continue. How do I respond to other people's success stories? Some friends share their achievements and successes on their profiles or their feeds. There are a few ways we can respond to this. We can be happy and celebrate with them. Ideally, it stops there, but sometimes it doesn't. There are times we get envious and covet what other people have. But in Luke 12:15 it says, "And he said to them, 'Take care and be on your guard against all covetousness, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions.'" Honestly, I feel like I've gone through this too. Discontentment. I'm sure a lot of us have. Not just with the things we don't have, but also our body image, our confidence. But thinking about it, God provides what we need. Hebrews 13:5 says, "Keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have, because God has said, 'Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you.'" Let's just stay happy for our friends and share in their success success. In fact, let's celebrate with our friends in person. And hopefully when we post our own success stories, they would also feel happy for us. The next one is, what do people see in me through my posts? This is kind of related to the third question. As we post online, sometimes they're feel-good stuff or they just entertain. But also, can people see that we're different? In a good way, of course. Would they see the joy and peace we have? Sometimes as we want to express ourselves, we tend to get toxic. You might fall into that trap of slandering someone instead of confronting them the biblical way. Or lift yourself up while putting another person down. Or being arrogant about your achievements. Let me tell you, these things actually reflect what's in your heart. Unforgiveness, bitterness, anger, pride, and all of those things. Have this as a guide. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Do unto others what you want to do to you. Do everything for God. Honestly, I think that I have to watch through this video once in a while to remind myself as well. Tell me in the comment section what you do to help discipline yourself with social media. Speaking about being happy, you can check out this video, and if you're not sure what the gospel is yet, then you can check out this one. See you in the next video.